Okay, I went ahead and I completed this portion off camera. Now I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the rest of this area here. And now we see that because this is the lightest portion of this blue gradient, this is where that green is going to go. And I am going to move my paper just so that it's a little bit easier for me to see. I'm going to move it upward. Okay, just like that. All right, and so now we have the background done. We're going to go in and we are going to tackle the candy hearts. Now, the candy hearts are going to be completed in a kind of different way because we are going to be coloring in the different sections of the candy heart. So in each of these, we can see at least two sides of the candy. And so we're now looking at the background to determine where those darker areas really are. So let's take a look. Over here, this is where we're seeing the lightest portion of that blue. That's where it's hitting this candy heart. And so because this is lighter, right here at the top, this is going to be the darkest portion of that purple. And then we're slowly going to move the opposite direction to keep it kind of light. Okay. And now that we know that over here is the lightest portion, we can go in, and now this is going to be the darkest, and over here in this corner is going to be the lightest, which is actually accurate right here, this being the lightest, because over here it's the darkest. So darkest, lightest are touching. We're going to move on over to this guy here. We notice that this is lighter, so over here is going to be darker, and then lighter in that section. Because this portion is lighter, this area is going to be technically the darkest. So this I'm going to recolor. Right? And so right now, we can kind of see it from a distance. It's kind of looking like. Okay, over here we see that this is the lightest. So right here, this edge is going to be the darkest. Preferably, you're also applying the value in the same direction. Then that way it looks very nice. Okay. This right here is the lightest, so right here it's going to be the darkest, but we want to make sure that we're not bringing the dark all the way down here because right here this is the darkest, and so they shouldn't touch. So right here it's just going to be in this area there. And very, very light. Okay, right here it's lighter, so right here it's going to be darker. Right, and then so now we're taking a look at this guy. We notice that this is dark here, but this area here is lighter, so I'm going to go in. This is going to be the darkest side, and everything else I'm going to take as the lightest. This is also really dark, so I know that this portion here is going to be lighter, and so then this portion here is going to be darker. I know that this is darker too, because over here it's lighter. And so we do have to be taking a look and focusing on where the values are already placed, and then going in the opposite direction of that. Okay, so it is a bit of a pattern. It does require you to be paying attention to what you are doing. And so now from far away, we're taking a look, and our artwork looks really, really nice. And we can kind of see the edging really well. And so this is a very simple technique that can create a very lovely work of art. Oh, I totally forgot this portion here. Okay, let's go ahead and let's color that in. Okay, so this right here, it's dark, and then the rest of this is going to be lighter. Okay. Now for this last one, you will be completing yourself. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to help you out if we can't really figure out how to do this. So why don't we create a line that looks something like this here, there, maybe one here, and one there. And you get to choose whether you want to use warm or cool colors. That's completely up to you. And each section here of the flower is going to be a different value, and the value is going to be applied in a different manner too. So go ahead and tackle this one independently.